Hello everybody, it's Jen. I'm back with another design team project for Not Too Shabby. Today I'm using the new release stamp called Yay Lemonade. It has adorable little images. I've stamped most of them out here and I'm already jumping into the coloring. So I thought it would be fun to do this card in some yellows, some teal or aqua colors, and then this kind of corally pinkish red color. And then I am going to bring in some green as well because I needed a fourth color. So here I'm starting off with the lemonade stand. I just went ahead and put my lightest marker down first, mapping out my shadows. So I do want there to be some shadows under the stars here to either side of the lemonade stand, and then around the bottom edge of the piece of the stand that's flat where you would have something sitting on. So once I went through with that darkest color to get my shading, I'm going through with my mid-tone and I'm going to blend that out. I want my highlight to be in the center of the lemonade stand. So you can see here I'm just kind of working that color as much as possible, getting that blended. Sometimes the R's are a little bit challenging. This color combination of R22, R20, and R21 isn't too bad. It is blending quite a bit. I thought for a moment there that the R20 was actually darker than the R21, but in fact the R21 is a little bit darker. However, they are very similar. I wasn't getting enough contrast, so I decided to bring in the R24. Now this gives it a little bit more of a reddish color, which I wasn't really going for, but like I said, I wanted a little bit more contrast. So I am going to go through and add the R24, and then I'm going to go back and blend that out with the R22, and then the R21, and finally the R20. And I think this just gives our little lemonade stand here a bit more character with the darker contrasting color. So once I get that colored up, I'll move on to some of the other images. Jamie has a number of new release stamps available in the Not Too Shabby shop. I will link you to the shop below, and then you just search under stamps for Not Too Shabby and you can see all of the sweet little stamps from the new release, including the Unicorn, I think it's Unicorn Magic and Unicorn Dreamland, which are absolutely adorable, and I've already done some cards with that. So moving on, each of the colors that I use, I'm going to do one of the pennants in the banners, and I'm also moving those colors around on various parts of our little glass of lemonade as well. You can see there I just used my Memento Tuxedo black marker to add in a line so I could have some of the lemonade in the jar and that little glass, and still have some of the glass jar and the top of the glass appearing to be the actual glass, if that makes sense. I felt like I just said glass a lot. So I'm going to come in and as you can see here, I'm already working away on my yellows. I'm using a 3-color blend for the yellows, the Y15, the Y13, and the Y11. And these 3 colors blend beautifully together for a nice bright yellow color. So now that I have my little jar here of lemonade, you can see what I meant by having it not completely full. So here's where I'm going to bring in some greens because I felt like I needed a 4th color. So I'm using G46, G24, and G40. This is going to give me like a light, I don't even know what kind of color you would call this. It's not mint, it's a bit darker. But anyways, it's a really pretty green that I think goes well with the other colors I chose, especially the coral color. Once I get that colored up, I'm going to move on to my aquas, and I'm going to bring in my BG15, my BG11, and my BG10, and I'm going to color the glass portions of both of those little images, and then of course the little pennant in our banner. These colors blend really well together, and I think they're some of my favorite color combinations. Once I finish up here with the BG10, I'm going to add in my grays, which are my cool grays. So I'm going to use C5, C3, and C1. So I want the top of this mason jar glass to look like it's a stainless steel. And now I thought for the little cheeks I'd bring in some Nuvo drops, and I'm using the color Bubblegum for that. I thought it would stand out nicely on the card. I went ahead and used some white Nuvo drops as well for those little, like, I think they're kind of representing nails in the lemonade stand, and bringing in my black glaze pen for the eyes. And now I'm just doing some detailing with my white Signo gel pen to just add some detail and make these images really come to life. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I love to do my detailing with my gel pens. Once I get the lemonade stand complete, I'm just fixing up some of the areas where that red got out of the lines, and now I'm going to work on completing my card. So I'm using the Echo Park Spring Fling 6x6 paper pad. I did die cut out one of the plaid pieces of paper using my Pink and Main Cloudy border die. And now I'm just going to work on the panel for my card. So I'm doing a light Distress Oxide background using my makeup brushes. I'm using Peacock feathers here. This color goes really well with the BG color family of the Copic markers. I want there to be quite a bit of white space, so I am leaving this fairly light-handed. I'm going to just adhere this down to my card base. This is a standard size card at 4 1/4 by 5.5. I did pop up my little cloudy border frame here on some fun foam, just so it would add some dimension to the card. And then once I get that down, I can start placing on my elements. And I think the frame just added a fun detail for these little images, which are absolutely adorable with their little smiling faces. So I am going to adhere the lemonade stand down flat to my card panel, and then I am popping up some of the other images with some foam adhesive, so the little lemonade, or not lemonade, the little lemon slice, as well as our mason jar full of lemonade. Just got to grab that release paper off, and then I can go ahead and adhere that down. I wanted to make sure there was a space left between the top of the straw and the bottom of the banner, and I didn't quite get that lemonade, here I am saying it again, the lemon slice where I wanted it, and you saw some of the paper ripped up a bit there, but that's okay, it will still cover it. So I moved that into place. Then I'm going to add my tiny little glass of lemonade and the lemon onto the lemonade stand. I did pop up the little glass, but I'm adhering the lemon flat down to the panel. Once I get the banner on, I'll work on the sentiment. I left a little bit of space in that bottom right hand corner. I'm just going to use the little word yay that comes in the stamp set. And I'm going to stamp that with my Versafine Clair ink, and I'll get that down really well with one impression. Now I kind of noticed it was a bit globby there. There's a heart within that bottom tail of the Y, so I'm just going to use my craft pick to make sure that you'll be able to see that little heart once I stamp it out. It looks really cute. And to finish that off, I'm using some Nuvo drops in Morning Dew just to give it a little bit of a raised effect. And then I'm going to add some Nuvo shimmer to a lot of my elements here. Needed to add some glitter to this card. I really love how fun and bright and spring-like this card is. I hope you've enjoyed the card for today. Thanks for watching, and thanks for all your wonderful comments, and I'll see you really soon in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.